Hi, good afternoon. Trust your week went well. So, today we'll be starting from pronoun. Say what? That's another what part of speech that we'll be considering. It is very, very vital in the course of your pursuit terming examination. So, that now, last week, and focusing on now. Pronouns are words used instead or in place of a noun. What does it mean? It simply means that in words, it avoid the repetition of noun. Pronoun are used to replace the repetition of noun in sentence or sentences. For example, when you want to be using the words like or the name Dayo, Dayo, so 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 so. So to avoid the repetition of Dayo Dayo in each of your sentences, so you can simply use the word what he, right? So this he is representing what Dayo, and Dayo in turn is representing what he. Now, when you look at it critically, Dayo what is a name of what of person, which is noun, right? Why he is what is representing what Dayo, but in this context, you see it as what as pronoun. Please note that. Okay. So also, if I want to say Jessica, Jessica. So this is a name of what? This is a what? Is a feminine what name. Now, if I want to use this in time of pronoun, I'll use what she. So instead of me repeating Jessica in every of my sentences, instead of me repeating my sentences, instead of me repeating Jessica in every of my sentences, I'll rather use what she. Why Jessica is what is a noun, right? Now she used sent what to replace what Jessica is what is a pronoun. Now, this is very, very important. Why is it important? Is that by the time we'll be looking at what class and what names and classification, you will definitely know how what we are doing now very well. Now, we have about 8. We'll be looking at types of pronoun. We have about 8 types of pronoun, but because of time, we'll be considering what one aspect of it today, which is what? Which is a personal pronoun, right? This is one of what types of pronoun we have, which is what? Personal pronoun. What do you mean by a personal pronoun? This is a kind of noun that show that personify what a person in sentence or sentences. Is a kind of noun that personified a person in sentence or sentences. Okay. Now, under this what personal pronoun, we have examples of personal pronoun, right? And within this personal pronoun, we have what first person, we have what second person, then we now have what third person. However, let's take it one after the other for quick understanding. Number one. Okay, let me give you examples of pronoun first. Under example of pronouns, we have what that is personal pronoun. We have I, we have we, right? So Now, under this example of what? Or personal what? Or personal pronoun, first person pronoun, which is I, referring to what? To a person. And we now have what? We, which also representing, this is singular, right? This is what? This is a plural. This is a singular noun. This is what? This is a plural what? A plural noun. So, and we have he. We have what? She. We have what? It. We have what? They. Now, these are what? Examples of what? Of pronoun, right? In a group. These are examples of what? Of pronoun. Now, if you are not to be taking it, if you now want to classify this under first person pronoun, second person pronoun, and third person pronoun. Now, we'll be looking at this in relation to what? With concord. It is very, very key. We'll be looking at it what? In relation with concord. Then we'll look at what? We'll also look at what? The subjective case of pronoun and what? The objective case of what? Of pronoun simultaneously. So we are thinking about what? About three things what? In one, right? Now, under first person pronoun, one, first person pronoun. Under first person pronoun. Now, in first person pronoun, like I said, a pronoun is used to personify what? A person or a being in what? In sentence or sentences. Now, under first person pronoun, we have what? We have I, right? Which is what? Singular. Singular what? Pronoun. Now, still under first person pronoun, examples under first person pronoun, we have we. This is what? Is a plural pronoun, please. We is a what? Is a plural pronoun. You can't say me and you can't say us. You can't say me to start what? A sentence. You can't say us, right? Now, when this is what? Is a personal pronoun, which is I, singular, and we have we as what? As personal pronoun, which is plural. Now, the objective case, sorry, let me write this proper. I and what? And we, there are two subjective case of what? Of a personal pronoun. Two subjective case of what? Of a personal pronoun. That is, when you see what? I and me, they are what? Subjective case of a personal pronoun. Please get it. They are subjective case of what? Of a personal pronoun. That means that what? They start in what? In the subject form. When you say I, it means that what? You are directly what? Referring to that particular person, either I or we. It can be what? When you say we, that is more than one. When you say I, that is just single, which is one. So is in what? Is in subjective case of what? Of a pronoun. Now, this second part, which is me, right? And us. So this me and us is what? Is a subjective, is objective case. This is objective case of a pronoun. Please know it. Me and what? And us is objective case of what? Of a pronoun. Just like the way you have your subject in a sentence, you have your what? Subject what? In a what? In a sentence. However, in summary what to this? In summary what? To personal what? Personal pronoun, which is first person pronoun. When I, right? Which is what? Singular pronoun. Now, which is subjective case. Now, the objective case to what? To this I is what? Is me, which also maintain what? A singular objective pronoun. A singular objective pronoun, which is me, right? A singular objective what? Pronoun. Yes, objective what? Pronoun. Why this one is what? Is a singular subjective pronoun. Please, just get that. Me is a what? Singular subjective pronoun. Why me? Singular objective pronoun. Right? Is that taken? Now, let's what? Deal with what? We. Now, we. When you have we, then the objective case of we is what? Is us. Right? Now, when this is what? Singular subjective what? Pronoun. Sorry. This is what? Plural subjective pronoun. Please get that. This is plural subjective pronoun. This will not be what? Plural objective pronoun. Please, do you get that? Under first person pronoun, we are looking at what? The two subjective what? Subjective pronoun, which are I and what? And we. Now, under this I and we also have objective case of it. Now, when we have I towards singular subjective pronoun, now we have what? Me to what? Singular objective pronoun. Then coming back to the second part of what? Of first person what? Pronoun. Then we have we, which is what? Plural subjective pronoun. Then we have what? Plural objective what? Pronoun. Please get what? Get the two. Do you get it now? So another one after what? First person pronoun is what? Is second person pronoun. That is what? The person that what? That's being referred what to. Second person pronoun. Second person pronoun. Under second person pronoun, you have what? You. Example that was second person pronoun is what? Is you. Be it what? Subjective case or objective case. We have what? You. Subjective what? Case or what? Or pronoun. Objective case or what? Or pronoun. We have what? You. Right now, under and we have he, we have what? She, we have what? We have it, we have what? We have under subjective what? Subjective pronoun. We have other third person pronoun. We have he, she, it, they. He, she, it, and what? And they. Please take notes. Now, this he, she, it, they are what? They are subjective case of third person pronoun. He, she, it, they. They are subjective case of third person pronoun. Please know that. Subjective case of third person pronoun. While under here, the objective case, we have what? Him. Right? We have what? Him. Okay, let me label it. This is subjective third person pronoun. Subjective third person what? Pronoun. Now, you can use it to start a sentence. You can use it to start a sentence. You can use this to start a sentence. You can use what to start what? A sentence. Right? Now, we have this. Objective what? Objective case. It will also maintain what? It. Why what? They will maintain what? Them. All right. He, subjective third person what pronoun. Then the objective. Let me underline this. Then just all this. Let me just this what objective. And just make this objective what objective case. Now we have she. Then she, subjective third person pronoun. Then we have her, right? Now we have it. It matters what it. Then we have they. Then we have what them. Listen up. Most time people tend to make mistake of this to this, right? This is under possess. It's also a pronoun, but is what is a possessive what possessive pronoun. The difference between this and what and this. When these functions are what are subjective case. Sorry, yes, are subjective case third person pronoun, which is a plural form. Please get it. Which is the plural form. These functions as what as possessive what pronoun. Please get it. Now, again, let me take this further. When this is what is singular third person possess singular third person what now pronoun rather, then this is what singular subjective, so singular objective case or pronoun. This one is singular third person pronoun. Why this, which is him, is what is singular objective case under third person. Why she is singular subjective case of third person pronoun. This is her is what is also what a singular objective case of pronoun. It remain it, and this it can be used for non-living things. Of course, it can be used for what for a living thing at the same time. Take for instance, if a baby is giving birth and you don't know the sex at birth, you can ask. You can use this word. You can use this it. But as soon as you get to know what the gender, which is the sex, either male or female of what of the baby, then you cease not to use it for it again. Now, this is why am I mentioning this one after the other? So that you can differentiate between what the singular as well as the plural, respectively. Now, on here is a third person pronoun, but in a plural form. Is a plural third person pronoun in subjective what? Subjective case, right? Why this is a what? Is also what? A plural third person in what? In objective case. Okay, like it's a bit what little was scattered. Let me arrange it well as I've arranged the first person pronoun. Now you have what he to what he will take what him, right? This will not be what singular third person. Let you see third person pronoun. Okay. Singular subjective third person pronoun. Singular subjective third person pronoun, please. Now, here we have singular objective third person pronoun. You can use this. If you're not in this class, you might not know all this abbreviation. I don't want to elongate what's the writing. Now, under what she now, which is part of what third person pronoun, which is part of third person pronoun. Now you have, right? They will not be what singular subjective third person pronoun. Why this will be what singular objective third person pronoun. Please, is it taking? Now, let's now move down to what to it. It remain it. Be it what in the what? It remain what? It. Okay. They attract what? Which is what? This was subjective and this was objective, which is them. Now here we now have plural, plural, plural sub. Okay, okay, plural subjective pronoun. Plural subjective pronoun. Okay, okay. You know that this is under top person already. Plural subjective pronoun. Why this is a plural objective pronoun? Please take note. This is what plural subjective pronoun, right? If you want to list some pronoun that are more than one, and you want to put in the subjective case, so this is what we use, plural subjective pronoun. Why this what is plural objective pronoun? You can't use what you can't use it to start a sentence. One of the shortcomings here, you can't use what them. You can't use them what to start a sentence. Of course, you can use what they to start a sentence. Do you get it now? That is why we are saying that what it is subjective. Now, let me quickly rush this down to rules of what of concord on and how you can use this very, very well, and exceptions to this rule. All right. Again, what do you mean by concord? Concord simply means was agreement of words in what a sentence. Your singular subject now or pronoun agrees with singular verb, and inversely, your plural subject now or pronoun agrees with plural verb. Now, given this, just pay attention to these rules, right? It's very, very easy. But of course, we still take a whole lot of concord. But I just want to show you how this is in relation to pronoun. Now, we say that under verb, verb that takes s is singular, right? Now, take that. Okay, verb without s, take note of this, without, is plural. Example, right? We have come, then we have comes. This is plural verb. This is singular verb. Please take notes. This example just explain what is here. I'm just giving you brief, just solution to the question. Shortcut to the explanation. Verb with X, which is verb with X is singular. Verb without X is plural. Verb with X is singular. Come is an action word. It's a verb, right? Is singular. Please don't get this confused. I know we have regular and irregular verb. We are not talking about regular and irregular verb now. We are talking about verb in its present form, whether singular or plural. Please get that. Verb in its present form, either singular or plural. We are not looking at that in time of regular or irregular, or it has present past participle. No, we are not considering that now. What we are looking at is that verb that has X, or that takes X, either singular or plural. I'm going somewhere, because when you now get to noun and pronoun, noun or pronoun with S, right, is now plural. Why noun or pronoun without S is now singular, which is opposite of verb and noun and pronoun. Please know that. Under verb now, we are saying that verb that takes X is singular. Verb without X is plural. But we are not considering noun and pronoun. Noun with X, noun or pronoun with X is plural. And noun or pronoun without S is now what? Singular. It's just like opposites. Are you getting it now? So let's now take that off. Let's take noun. I'll take noun or pronoun together. Noun or pronoun. Right? Noun or pronoun with S. Right? You know, when you give inverted comma, you are making emphasis on that thing. That this is what I'm making emphasis on, right? Now, noun or pronoun with S is plural, right? Now, noun or pronoun without S, is singular. Yes, is singular. Example, under noun, we have example under noun. We have boy, right? This is singular. Then we have what? Boys. This is plural. Okay. Now we have boys, which is what? Which is here is singular, here is what is plural, which explains what the definition here. Now, under pronoun, right? You have your what? Your he. Let me just use this one that represents so that I won't go further from there. We have what? He, which is singular. We have what? They, which is, of course, we are not having X in any of these. Please don't get confused. We are not having X in any of these. But there are some pronouns that will start your word, that start your sentence, of course, that are plural in nature, and one that are singular in nature. And that is why I've explained earlier, giving the word classification of first person, second person, and third person pronoun. Now, here is what is plural. Please take note of what of it. Now, boy, boys, singular, plural. So now, if you are to determine this in terms of action words, the one with S is singular, while the one without S is plural. Please take notes. Now, in Concord, we are saying the Concord means what? Agreement of Concord itself means what? Agreements. Now, when I say Concord in what in English, it means agreement of words that a singular noun or pronoun we agrees what with a singular verb, while a plural noun or pronoun we agrees what with a plural verb. Now, let's start.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
No problem.
Okay, so back to what you were saying about the pronouns, the first person, the second person, and the third person. Okay, sir, please, can you just give a little details on like an example with the first person, second person, and the third person, so that what you're explaining will be very clear to us.
Example of first person pronoun. Example of second person pronoun. An example of third person pronoun, right?
Yes. Yes, the three of them in one sentence.
No, you can't have it in one sentence. Sorry.
Okay.
You can't have that in one sentence. But you can have it in 3 sentences. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Now go ahead.
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
So under first person pronoun, right? This is the pronoun here. Is the first person. I would have loved to use this example elsewhere, but let me just leave it for now. Right? So, because, okay, let me leave it for now. This is what first person pronoun. Now, second person. I can change this again to be you. Now, the third person, I can have it to be like this. Is that taking? Sorry. Is that taking?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First person, I go to school every day. Second person, you go to school every day. Now, you use in this context, please, and that is where it will be a bit dicey. You use in this context, it is functioning as what? As singular, not what? Plural. Are you getting it now?
Yes.
Now, if I want to use this in time of plural, the verb that will follow will show me the position, whether this will be in singular or plural. Are you getting it? Because
Yes.
I think that's one of the intelligent questions you should have asked. But be that as it may, I'm just explaining it now. Because when you say you, be it what? Objective, be it subjective or objective. So at what point do you determine whether this you is a what? Is used in time of what? Of subjective, or it is used in time of what? Of objective, because there's no change what in it. So the position of your verb, do you get it now? We definitely, okay, now I say, you can say I'm even using that you now. So the position of your verb will determine whether it is what is in subjective or is what is in the objective case. Are you getting it now? Then here you have what? They, of course, which is what? Third person pronoun. Are you getting it now?
Yes.
All right. I wanted to explain something here. You know, under first person pronoun, when we are talking about concord, under first person pronoun, we say what? A singular verb. Sorry, this is a pronoun now. A singular pronoun, right? We agree what? With a singular verb. A singular verb. Singular pronoun. Are you seeing what is on the board?
Yes, sir.
Are you seeing what is on the board? But
Yes.
here, is this verb singular or plural? Go.
Sir?
Is this verb go? Is it singular or plural?
Singular.
All right. It is not singular. It is plural. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Now, a singular verb does not take
Yes.
s. Of course, you see that what? Okay, let me explain it better. Either s or ex, right? Now, when this is a plural verb, and this will be what? A singular verb. And in English expression, you cannot have I goes, right? You cannot
Yes.
have I goes. So that means that in Concord, rule 1, exception to rule 1 in Concord is that the singular form of verb does not affect first person pronoun. Should I come again? Should I come again? Should I come
Yes,
again?
sir.
I mean
Yes,
that
sir.
the singular form of verb, right, does not, exception to that rule in Concord is that the singular form of verb, right, does not affect first person pronoun. Rather, it affects what? Third person pronoun. That third person singular pronouns. Please get that. That's an exception. That's where I really go so that you know what the difference is. Are you getting now? If time does not permit, we continue what next week, but I don't really want to dwell more on this on next by Wednesday. I need to go to word classification where you get your grammatical name and grammatical function. But this also part is also very, very necessary. But however, the exception to what to first rule of what of Concord is that the singular form of verb, right, does not affect the first person pronoun. When this I is first person pronoun, and you are having what? The plural form of verb. The plural form of verb go. So that is why you cannot say I goes. I goes is incorrect expression in English language. Why what? Because The singular form of verb will not agree with first person pronoun. Be it what? Be it what? I or we. Get it, okay? Rather, it will only flow with first person, sorry, it will only flow with plural form of verb, okay? That is why you cannot see I comes, right? You can never see I comes. Now, you can see what? I come. Even when you have what? First person pronoun, then the first person pronoun will definitely what? Agrees what? With a plural form of verb, not a singular form of verb. So that why do I use come, right? I'm not adding es to what to come anymore. Rather, I only add my s. So if I should have this, then I want to have my first person pronoun. You cannot say, sir, I comes. No, it's incorrect expression. You rather say, sir, I come. Except if you now want to express this in what? In a past tense, sir, I came. And don't forget that what? Even that come, when you look at it critically, you have what? The present is what? Is come, right? The past is what? Is came, right? The past participle is also what? Is also come. So we draw the curtain of the class here today. See you next week, Wednesday. Thank you very much.